good evening, race fans. This is Jason with First Gear Network bringing you live coverage of tonight's GT3 Series race, round 9 at Watkins, Glen International. So far, we've got 11 cars that have registered in for tonight's race. I think we're looking for one or two more. I think that are set to come in here shortly. Just at the 17-minute mark here in practice. Got 13 minutes left before we get to qualifying. Everybody's been out on track and registered at least a lap time, except for Justin Osterman in the 2. He is out on track currently. With the leaderboard there on the left-hand side, you can see how timing and scoring is. We've got Travis, the 107.6 for his fastest lap. Heck of a lap by Travis. Kendall just jumped up to P2 with a 108.2. Kyle Heath with a 108.3. Jed Cotterman, 108.5. Joseph Klein, 109.0. Andrew Rose, 109.1. Adam Lowe, 109.3. Looks like Kyle just jumped up to P2, gained a couple tenths, and ran a 108.1. Pull up our race info for today. Here at Watkins Glen, ambient temperature is 73 degrees, got 26% humidity, cloudy skies with a 5-mile-an-hour wind, track temp hovering right around 98 degrees right now. Pretty prime temperature-wise for the track. There's some races where we've been up in the 120s, 130s where it gets hot and slick, and sometimes it'll get too cold. Just saw Mark Outlet there spin through the bus stop. Keeps going though. Good save. Car's got to be tore up, but he's still rolling. And then, so track temp is kind of in that rifle range. Not too cold, not too hot, but we'll see how the grip works as more rubber gets built into the track with more cars, more laps. We are running the Cup configuration of Watkins Glen. There's no boot tonight. So a little bit shorter distance of the track, 2.42 miles. I think the boot length is 3.4 something or something like that. So a little bit shorter on the laps, but again, this being timed events, probably see more laps than we would have obviously with the boot. And let's get back over to our scoring. While we have scoring up, I will go ahead and get a fresh update here on the point standings for GT3. So currently Kyle Heath is our points leader. Travis Roberto is in second. Joseph Klein is third. Adam Lowe is fourth. Kendall Paul is fifth. Edwin James sixth. Mark Outlet seventh. Ben Summerford eighth. And Tommy Thompson ninth, with James Hodgson in 10th. It's our top 10 currently in the series. And again, this is the overall point standings. It's combining the sprint and the feature. Again, at the end of the season, we'll have points breakdowns for both the sprints and the features for individual champions of both of those as well. We see, looks like Edwin James, looks like, Tommy Thompson's popping in as well. Just had both of them join in, so that puts us to 13 drivers. Until we see a little bit of a shade on the track right now as clouds are kind of cooling the track down maybe just a little bit. Check in here with Travis again. He's got our fastest lap in practice, still by 3.5 tenths of a second over Kyle Heath. We've got just under 9 minutes left of practice. So looking at roughly 13 Yeah, 13 drivers so far registered. Check in with P3 here. Dale Paul brought out the Lambo. Really haven't seen much of anybody driving the Lambo this season. So this is a change. Nice to see. Oh no, as he gets loose. Oh, slides into the wall. Check with P4. 17 car, Jed Cotterman. He's chosen a Porsche for this evening's race. Fifth currently on the board is Ben Summerford. He's on pit road or out of the car currently. Sixth place in the standings for practice will be Andrew Groves. He has chosen a Porsche as well. He's got a number change that he's made today. He's usually been the 48 car, now will be the 45. Get used to seeing that number on the track. And then P8, there's Rexy. Joseph Klein in the 14. And then in ninth, again another car we haven't seen a lot of this season is the Mercedes. And Justin Osterman has brought out the Mercedes tonight in his first race with First Gear Racing in the GT3 series. A friend of ours from over at AMA, one of our league partners. Spent some time, got loose there and tried to correct it. Snapped back on him, put it out in the wall. I got a chance to race with Justin over in AMA in the Xfinity series at the end of last season. So pretty cool to have him join over with us here and do a race tonight. P10 on the board right now is going to be George Buck. Looks like he's out of the car currently. P11 is going to be Mark Owlett. He's chosen the Corvette tonight. Edwin James still hasn't timed a lap yet. Coming to about 5 minutes left of practice. Finally times in. P11 on the board, a 110.369. And then Tommy Thompson and Tyler Merritt are still at the bottom of the grid here. They have not attempted to get on track just yet. See back at the top of the board, Kyle Heath getting ever so closer to Travis's lap time of a 1:07.6. He's gotten down to a 0.8. Crosses the stripe there to 1:08.001. Not any faster for him here. He's trying to find that extra bit of speed to put down that lap time to equal with Travis. Travis came out the door with that pretty early. See the sun peeking back out now. We can do a little weather check here, pop it up. Looks like track temp actually is dropped down a good bit. It was 98, now it's 88. So maybe getting a little additional grip now, but we'll have to see how that pans out as the night goes on. Cal get loose out of the last corner there. He resets back to the pits. Just over 2.5 minutes left. Travis just ran a 107.7. Really another great lap. Not as fastest, but consistent. Right along here with Travis. Andrew Groves has just jumped up to 5th with a 108.256. Top 8 are all separated by less than a second for their best lap time so far in the session. Smooth this 028 car is. And up to the S's. Very effortless with the input on the wheel, just so smooth. Using as much of the curbs as he can through the bus stop. Trying to straighten that out as much as possible to carry as much speed as he can. Drive through the carousel, kept it tight to the curbing through the center of that corner, and then was able to let it straighten out on exit. Using all the track there, coming in that left-hander was way out by on the line, and then nice apex here again in the last corner. Slides just a little wide there, and he's going to go ahead and park it. It looks like. Check back on track with some of the other guys here. Looks like 38. I haven't shown him yet. He is on track. Brought out the Beamer. Another car we don't see a lot of. We've seen some of the BMW be driven this season by a few drivers, but not to the likings of some of these other cars. So, all right, lights are out, flags are out. Practice has ended. And now it's time for qualifying. Again, this session is 20 minutes long. It is an open session. Make as many laps as you want. And this will set the grid for our sprint race to start tonight's racing. Yo, 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 Kyle Heath. Good to see you in here with us. Good luck tonight, brother. All right, we've got some cars exiting right away as qualifying has began. And it looks like it took away my track map again. It's doing it every time now as qualifying begins. So let me restart that real quick. My apologies. While we're going to be in this session for a while, I'll go ahead and make sure. Okay, it is still set. We're good there. It's working. Let me see. There we go. One thing you probably don't want to have in qualifying is to be really close to another driver, but these guys are putting nose to tail. Tyler looks to the inside of Edwin coming to the bus stop. Oh, a little bit of overdrive through the middle, and yep, he veers off. Probably got an off track there. Early in the bus stop in that left-hander part, that first lefty. Do have the left side tires in the grass. Check in and see who's going to be the first one to put down a lap. Travis Roberto, 108.19. Joseph Klein, 109.17. Jed puts it up to P2, 108.451. Edwin P4 with a 109.265. George Buck to fifth, 109.429. Great first lap by George. Mark runs a 110.524 for seventh. Kendale goes up to third with a 108.698. Checking the sector times at the bottom. Travis Roberto's on a burner. Session best 1 and 2. Travis is making the second lap count. His first lap was good enough for pole currently, but this lap is looking to be even better. Here he comes down across the line. 107.917 for Travis Roberto. The 028 machine, great lap. Sets the bar early. Check in, Kyle Heath goes up to P2, a 108.166 on his first lap. Ben Summerford up to fifth. Tyler Merritt then goes to third with a 108.430. Ford is jumping. Andrew Groves getting ready to cross the line. See if he times a lap this time. No, he does not. Next car that's on track to actually make their first lap still would be Adam Lowe in the 58. He's following behind Rexy there. Joseph Klein in the 14. See what Adam puts up here. P2, a 107.997 for Adam Lowe. Kyle Heath runs a 108.078. P3, not fast enough to jump up any higher. Still waiting to see Andrew Groves register a time. A little wide there for him. He is coming to the pits, it looks like. Justin Osterman is out on track. He's on his out lap in the Mercedes, getting ready to pull out on the track. Good looking car there. He's using a lot of them, the curbing in the bus stop, as we've seen everybody trying to use as much as they can, help turn the car, but keep the car as straight as possible going through the bus stop. And the more curb you use, the straighter you can be. Carry a little bit more momentum there. So he's coming around the last corner here. This right-hander is going to be the last corner before the start-finish line, and then we'll start his lap for him. We don't see any changes up near the top right now. We've got the 028 up on the provisional pole, the 58 in second, 13 in third, 38 in fourth, and the 17 in fifth are your top five currently. 78 just ran a lap, 3/10 slower than his best, so he's still in 7th. Oh, little blink by the two there. Disappeared going into the carousel. And first lap out for him, so he measures green, which is pretty common on your first lap because it is your personal best. Coming through the last corner here. I would guess about a 1.5 off, so 2 seconds maybe. A little bit more. Let's see. 1:09.7. So yeah, just under 2 seconds slower than the time set by Travis Roberto. So that puts 12 cars on time so far. It looks like the 60 cars joined in for the fun. Jonathan Hambrick is in the field now. My assumption is out of the field, the cars that haven't run yet or put a time yet. Tommy Thompson hasn't been on track at all, so I think he joined in as a racer, but he's most likely just watching, spotting, something like that, because I haven't seen him on track at all. Tommy, you should be on track, giving it your all, Bubba. Appreciate all these drivers coming out and running with us tonight. Again, this is week 9 of 12 in the series, so we're starting the final third of the season. This qualifying session is almost 9 minutes complete with 11 minutes to go. Travis Roberto's back on track and looks like he had a session best first sector, but he was slower in sector 2. Oh, he gets loose. Lap is not going to be any better for him. It looks like Ben Summerford, though, is on personal best first and second sector. Got a little squirrely there. See if he can get the power down out of this last corner. He does. What kind of time is Ben getting here? There we go, 1:08.420. Takes him up to P5. Nice lap, Ben. Great job. Andrew Groves right before that jumped up to 4th with a 1:08.350. Nice lap by Andrew. No, he was taking some swings at it already in the session earlier and just couldn't get a complete lap down, but he did there. It's all right, Jonathan. You can be late. The president says it's okay. You see, Jonathan is in the Mustang tonight. Good looking car there. Checking on the stats here, looks like something must have happened to Klein. He was on a personal best or session best sector 2, and then must have gone to pit road. Jonathan's coming around the last corner to complete his first time lap. Let's see where this puts him on the board. All right, P14, 112.091. Nice smooth lap there, just making sure to hit his marks and not overdrive. Let the tires warm up. Lap 2 can be a money lap. What's up, Mr. Mo Quinn? Check in here. Is a 60 kind of swerving down the backstretch going to the bus stop. Pushes wide through the bus stop. Ooh, catches some air. Kicks some rocks out on the track. Slows up. Get out. He gets out of the car. All right. Just under 8 minutes left in the session. Still have a heck of a battle for pole. Again, we're a tenth and a half between the top three on the board. We're all out on track. Jump on here with Kyle Heath, currently P3. Hear something in the background. Sounds like somebody might have spun out. 58, it looks like. Kyle Heath, personal best sector 1. Not any faster in sector 2. Coming out of the last corner. Make it any better. 107.911, 5 thousandths of a second gap as Kyle is taking provisional pole. Put Travis Roberto back to second, Adam Lowe back to third. We check in with Travis here. All right, Travis, your turn. These guys go at it every week for these times. They're super fast, super smooth, super competitive. It's been fun to watch so far this season. Kyle, again, the reigning GT3 Series champion from last season. Travis joined this season, coming in and has been competitive from the get-go. Showing that those Porsches in the right hands are super fast. And he pulls off. Parks it. Okay, so that's our top 3 not on track. Currently P4 is on track trying to get by P10. Is there? They're racing. What is this? Ain't a race. This is qualifying. Slowing each other down. Let's see who gives in here. Oof. Joseph lets Andrew get into the bus stop first, but stays right on his tail. Oh! Joseph's car just got super loose there. I don't know if there was some contact and it jarred his car, but he was right on him. Rexy was sliding, but he saves it, continues on. Tires are hot now. Oh, looks like Andrew might have missed the corner there. Okay, trying to get to pit road. Yeah, it looked like it was a spot. Check in with P8, the 17, Jed Cotterman. Said right now our field is separated by a total of 4.1 seconds between first and 14th. Our top 10 is just separated by a second. Jed puts up a 108.331, jumps him up to P4. Nice lap, Jed. Great job. That puts us Porsche, Ferrari, Porsche. So 6 out of the top 7 spots are Porsches right now. Speaking of Porsche, here's another one, our 6th place right now in the grid. If qualifying was to end right now, which we've got 3.5 minutes left. So, oh, back to 7th goes Edwin as Kendall Paul jumps up to P4. The 108.247. Nice lap by the 78 car. So just over 3 minutes left in the session. Enough time to get around, make a lap. So Edwin's out there on the track, through the bus stop, around the carousel. Get to the start-finish line, start a time lap, and try to put one down. I hear a spin. Sounds like that could have been the 78, and it was. Jonathan Hambrick's gotten up to 13th with a 109.9. Mark Allett just ran a better lap, a 110.388 a little bit ago. So 2.4 seconds between all 14 drivers right now in the field. Check in here. Looks like Travis, the 028 machine, is out on track to try to put a lap down himself. Try to get that extra 5 thousandths of a second. Yeah, if you're signed up if you're part of the league, you don't have to run every series full time, but you are more than welcome to join. Yes. Guessing by the name, is that Nolan? Is that you? Asking away. Travis was a little bit slower there, 108.5. Looks like he's going to get one more lap here. This is going to be his last lap to try to get that pole from Kyle. So close. So close. I mean, Adam Lowe's third. 8/800ths of a second. I mean, that's such a tight field for these guys. So down to 1 minute left to go in the session. See, no change in the standings as of yet. Well, half the field is on pit road now. Said, all right, that's it. We've got just these few drivers out here trying to make their last lap count. Travis comes around the final corner. See where it puts him. 108.072. Not going to be enough to get the pole. Not enough time to make a whole nother lap with only 24 seconds left to go in the session, as we are getting ready for the sprint race, first of two races tonight here at Watkins Glen. Just got a message, looks like it was earlier. Tyler Merritt had the power go out. All right, field is set. I'm going to pop over to the grid here real quick. Here's your lineup for tonight's race. Number 1, the sprint race, 15-minute session. Kyle Heath, Travis Roberto on the front row. Adam Lowe, Kendall Paul. Row 3, Jed and Andrew. Row 4, Edwin and Ben. Row 5, Tyler and Joseph Klein. Row 6, Justin and George. And then let me go down a page here. Jonathan and Mark on row 7. And Tommy, I'm assuming, is not registered for, he's not registered for the race. He hasn't made any laps, so. Pull up our race screen here. Make sure everything's working as all the cars have loaded in. Tyler Merritt's not able to make it. Power's out. So that's going to leave us 13 cars to start this race. Pace lap has begun. Again, real quick update here on the the point standings, just so everybody sees it. Kyle Heath, Travis Berto 1-2, Joseph Klein 3rd, Adam Lowe 4th, Kendall Paul 5th, Edwin James 6th, Mark Owlett 7th, Ben Summerford 8th. Top 8 are all in the race lobby tonight. Got a 69-point gap between Kyle and Travis. Again, there are points to be won in this sprint race, as well as the feature race that follows. So anything is possible. We have enough cars in the field. If you don't finish in the top 10 in the sprint race, you don't get points. So there's room for things to happen. We're going to watch a heck of a battle between these drivers, I feel like. And I'll take you along for the ride. Appreciate you all tuning in, hanging out with me. After this next couple weeks, I'm probably not going to have a voice after all this broadcasting with everything we've got lined up. We'll give you some details about that here a little bit later on. It's going to be a busy week and a half, as we've got a lot of things going on in the racing community as racing seasons are starting to begin, and Daytona 500 is coming up, and this is exciting. It's fun to watch. I'm excited. Tonight's race has got me excited. I love Watkins Glen. These cars put on a heck of a show. They're fun to race at this track. Even without having no boot, this track is going to be fun. Let's see, Mark made a comment there in the race chat. All right, pace car is going to drop off here onto pit road. Kyle Heath's going to lead us to green.
Green flag.
Green, green, green. Here we go. Sprint race has begun. 15-minute session. Side by side coming down into turn one. Kyle gets the lead going into one. Adam takes a look but holds back. So Travis second, Adam third, Jed fourth, Kendall fifth, Andrew sixth, Edwin seventh. Single file all the way back through to Justin in eighth. They come into the S's down the backstretch. Now you see pretty much single file all the way back to Joseph Klein and Ben going through the bus stop. Everybody stays single file here. Around the carousel. So far, everybody's holding on good. Take care of them cold tires, guys. May not be a long race, but got to get through a lap and a half here with these cold tires. Single file all the way through the pack. Travis is there. He's looking. He takes to the inside. Not able to get the run off the corner, but he is on just under a car length on the bumper. Going to look to the inside. We've got a wreck behind as there is a pass for the lead, or a battle for the lead, I should say. He hasn't passed him. Go check in on Ben. I saw him in the background, spun out. Let this battle go through here. Kyle had to run it a little wide there as Travis still had his nose down. Now down to the bus stop. Too wide. Adam Lowe is right there to pounce as well. Travis Roberto to the lead. Let's check in on what happened to Ben real quick. Now that we got to watch that battle. See them coming through 6 and 7 here. Car gets loose. No contact. The 60 holds up. Some evasive action by the guys there. Alright, he keeps going. Alright, back up to the front. There's been some changes, not many big ones, but the biggest thing is here we go going into turn one. Kyle takes a look inside Travis. Travis takes that and pushes wide though. Carries the speed out of the corner exit and still holds a really good lead out of turn one. Can't use the more of the curving, the runoff. But now Kyle's got to run up to the S's. He's caught back up. He's going to stay looking to the outside. They stay nose to tail. Oh my goodness, they are so close. Oh no! Big wreck behind. Adam Lowe is, we got a couple here. Looks like Jonathan Hambrick got tapped. Kendall. Oh no, there's tons happening here. He has no rear bumper. I don't even know what to make all this. This went downhill really quick. We're gonna check in here. Start with the 58. Oh, too much curb. Nose first. Oh man, that's a tough hit. And then this happened. I don't know if he goes off track again. Oh, it spins on him. It gives up. Oh, tough hit. These guys are up in points. And Kyle Heath has gotten the lead back. Which we missed that because they went through the bus stop. Came out of the carousel. All that action's happening behind. Kyle got by Travis before the corner. Great run. So now our front two have kind of checked out a little bit since all that action was happening right behind them. With third place, Adam Lowe hit a lot of curve on the bus stop. That was... Wreck-em? Why are you saying wreck-em? Here we go, another run by Travis. Looks like this, is it the 60? This holds up in the bus stop, lets these guys go by. These two aren't getting away from each other. And again, we are 5.5 minutes through this 15-minute sprint race. Had some troubles for some cars. That's how these races happen. Again, at the end of the sprint race, we invert the field, we reverse the order, and then we start our feature race. So, good starting spots and good start by both these drivers out of qualifying into the sprint race. But if you finish up here up front, you're starting in the back for that feature. It can always be a harrowing move through the field. So. Right now, Kyle really isn't stretching too much. He's gained maybe a car length and a half more than what he's had, but Travis closes in under braking, which has been pretty common between these guys. Travis has really been able to be hard under braking and be able to close the gap. Got more crashes. We've got reports that the 17 had a crash. Missed it. It didn't pop up on my thing until just now. Oh, loose out of 6. Nose first into the wall. So that's his. Then we have a report of the 60 crashing. Okay, this is when he was about to get lapped. This is just an update. He stopped down here in the bus stop. Okay, so nothing there. We do have a report for Kendall Paul as well. System's being super laggy. Looks like he gets loose. No! Ah! Hard nose first into the wall. Even gets a tap on the rear bumper as well. Okay, so he continues on. He's in 12th place currently. Close battle for second, third, fourth. Sorry, third, fourth, fifth. If I could count, that'd be awesome. Right now, Andrew Groves has third, Joseph Klein fourth, Edwin James fifth. They are all in just over a second of each other. 3.5 back is Andrew of Kyle. Actually, now that I noticed it, we can pull up our individual intervals. That'll help us see where these gaps are that we're seeing on track. This is a 0.3 of a second gap, closing under braking into the bus stop here a little bit. Kyle gets to stretch it out actually. Both make it through the bus stop okay. He gained time on Travis through the bus stop that time. Through the carousel, seems to maintain it. Joseph Klein gets around Andrew Groves for third. Raxey's on his way to the front. No, wrong button. That's what I get for hitting buttons. Run off the carousel there. Just not enough room or momentum forward to really capitalize. But ooh, good corner entry, center corner. He's so close. Ooh, good corner exit here by Travis. Where does he go? What does he do? Kyle holds the middle of the track. Travis chooses the outside. They come down into this turn one, tough right-hander. Here with Travis as he tries to hunt down Kyle for this lead. These two are super close together still. Heck of a battle. Go back and check through the field here. Looks like we got another close battle. So Andrew let Joseph get by a couple laps ago, but he hasn't let go of that gap, and he is staying within 0.4 of Joseph Klein. Further back, looks like Edwin has fallen and lost 5th place to Justin Osterman. Great job by Justin in his first event with us. Great run in this sprint race so far as we're 12 minutes in, 3 minutes to go. Check back up here up front. Still battling for the lead, these two. They're not giving up. Great racing by these guys. Currently, right now, our top 10 looks like George Buck just got by Jed Cotterman. I just got a notification. Oh, this happened earlier to Edwin. He lost that 5th spot to Justin. Cut through the bus stop. Oh no! Oh! We saw that happen to Adam earlier. Okay, that explains everything there. Makes sense. I'm getting these alerts late. I'm not sure how to fix that because they're supposed to be instant, but they are not. got just under 2 minutes left. Travis is looking. He's putting that nose in every little spot he can. Trying to get Kyle to make a mistake. Get Kyle to overdrive one of these corner entries. These guys are really doing their best to race each other super clean and put on a heck of a show and have a great competition here as they battle for this sprint win. And with iRacing and netcode and things like that can happen, they've been able to stay pretty close and not have any issues tonight. It's been fun to watch. As now we've got 1:10 to go. Depending on what the timer says when they come back around, it may be the checkered flag, it may not be. Being a timed lobby, it doesn't give me a heads up when it's going to throw the checkered. So we'll have to see how this times out. Travis looks. Ooh, Kyle defends, sweeping into the bus stop. Travis is there. 1.5 tenths of a second. Like that's how close that is. They're just 0.2 of a second apart, and it's so close. So Kyle gets out to a 2.5 second. I mean, or quarter of a second. 2.2 tenths of a second. Can't talk. Sorry, folks. Doing what I can tonight. All right, coming across the line. It is. I see the white flag. It has not scored it as the finish. Yep. Now we've hit the 15-minute mark. This is the last lap. They actually scored it and threw the white flag this time. So here we go. White flag lap. Battle for the win. Kyle Heath has first place. Travis Roberto is right there in second, ready to take it. Kyle defends the inside line. Looks out. Travis looks. He is there. He is there. Oh my goodness. They went in there. The bus stop so close together. Great driving by both of those drivers. Holy cow. 2 more turns left to go. Same heck of a battle for third too. Coming out of the last corner. Checkered flag is out. Oh, Travis gave it his all into the wall. Kyle Heath is going to win the sprint. And then for third, Joseph Klein and Rexy brings it home. P3. Andrew Groves fourth. 5th place in his debut in the sprint race here. Justin Osterman, P5. Great job. Go back to 6. Edwin had a little bit of difficulty with the bus stop a few laps back, but still brings her home P6. George Buck. Great run for George, P7. Great finish. P8 for Jed. Corvette, little rescue. Mark Owlette going to bring it home P9. Great job. Adam Lowe, early issues on the bus stop, like the second lap. Going to bring it home P10. And those are the guys that are bringing home points. Top 10. And then P11, Ben Summerford. Rest of the field is on pit road. And that's going to finish the field there. And puts it into the barrier for a show. Heck of a battle. Those guys put on a heck of a battle. So now we've got a couple minutes as we have our 5-minute warm-up in between the sprint and the feature race. Again, the feature race, we invert the field, set them loose for 45 minutes, caution-free. Going to require at least 1 pit stop for fuel. And we're going to see what happens here at Watkins Glen. That was fun. I know, that was a heck of a battle. That was some really good racing. Those guys were stuck together right there the whole time. That was fun to watch. Really fun to call racing like that. That was great. Let's go ahead and get our sprint winner in here. He hasn't hopped down, but I'm going to pull him down here. Big dog Kyle Heath, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Congratulations, sir. Heck of a run there. Started pole, lost the lead, got the lead back, and held off Travis for all those laps to finish the sprint race with another win. Great job. How was that for you? That was pretty nerve-wracking, or did you feel like it was just a really good battle? It looked fun to watch on the broadcast.
Hey, it was definitely nerve-wracking, that's for sure. Still a little adrenaline still kind of going through me right now. Um, yeah. I think there's some stuff going on. I ain't gonna say too much. I'll talk to you later. But all in all, it was fun.
Well, that was fun to watch, and congratulations again, another sprint win. This is week 9 of the season, and I think I'm losing count, but I think this is the 6th sprint win or something like that. So, great job again. Heck of a race between you and the 028, and now we'll see you start from the back for the feature, and I'm sure you'll methodically work your way through the pack, and good luck in that, and we'll maybe be talking to you after the end of the feature. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the whole race, I know there's a bunch of good racing going on there for sure. Behind first and second. I think Andrew and Joseph, they had a good run.
They had a heck of a battle too. Yeah, the Porsches were battling, man. That was crazy. You guys had your battle for first, and Joseph and Andrew were going at it for third and fourth as well. That was super close racing by both packs there. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch it tonight.
All right. Well, I'm going to send you on back to the chat, and again, good luck in the feature, and we'll talk to you afterwards. Okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That was Kyle Heath, a sprint race winner. Heck of a run. Now, warm-up's got just 2 minutes left. I'll be back here shortly as we get ready to start that feature. Be back in just one moment.
We were hoping we put on a show for y'all. If they didn't spin out, I could have been involved with that.
All right, warm-up session is concluded. It is time to grid up for the feature race tonight. As soon as it changes over here, we will get an update on where everybody starts for this one. I've also got to make a move here real quick. Apologize, I was asked to do this earlier. So make sure to do it now. Alright, let's get our grid together. Here we go. Alright, starting up front, Tommy Thompson, Tyler Merritt, neither of them are in, so we move that row out. We'll just go ahead and click this button. So row 1's going to be 60 of Jonathan Hambert, Kendall Paul, Ben Summerford, and Adam Lowe, row 2. Mark Outlet, Jed Cotterman, row 3. George Buck, Edwin James, row 4. George is taking an EOL. He informed me before the race. Justin Osterman and Andrew Groves, row 5. Joseph Klein, Travis Roberto, row 6. And row 7, Kyle Heese. That row is going to move up, so I'll change things a little bit going into this race. Looks like everybody's gridded up. George didn't grid up there. I'm not certain if he just called it a night or what. I gave him the EOL, but I don't know, he may not. I wanted to grid up there, so we'll see what happens. Can opt to not grid up, start from pit road, or opt to not race, I guess. So we'll see what happens there. That change up really, I mean, it doesn't change a lot, but that inside row from 4th lane, 4th row on back gets to move up. So that puts Kyle and Travis side by side to start this race. Again, it inverts the field from there for finishing positions from the sprint race to this 45-minute feature. And now we see if these guys that maybe didn't have the clean air in the first race have a chance to enjoy some clean air, maybe pull out and have their fortunes change tonight in this feature race. Again, 45-minute feature. Does require 1 pit stop for fuel. Optional to take tires if you feel like you need them. And credited with starting on pole for this feature will be the 60 of Jonathan Hambert. His Ford Mustang. Kendall Paul right on his side here. I'd say probably maybe the biggest beneficiary of at least the starting positions currently would be Adam Lowe. Had a fast car, started, 3rd in that sprint. Bus stop bit him and wrecked him, put him to the back, but I mean, you lose out on, he finished 10th and got 2 points in the sprint, so lost some points there, but has a chance to start closer to the front here and maybe not find trouble this time in the feature race. So we'll see what happens as the pace car pulls down. Field is all lined up, waiting for the flag.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Here we go. The 58 giving the 78 a push. Oh no, and then a bump going into the corner. Oh, ooh, close call there with the 60 and the 78. Oh man, that was close. All right, 60 gets clear going into the S's. Up the hill they go. 78 is right on his bumper. We did have an incident. I'm going to wait just a moment before we go to it, just to make sure everybody makes it through the bus stop. Okay, so let's go check this out. Looks like Edwin James, Mark Outlet maybe didn't get so lucky here. Oh, netcoats, late contact. Oh, and a bump by Travis Roberto as well. And that holds up. Is that Joseph Klein? No, it was Andrew Groves. Sorry. Too many green color like Porsches, but Joseph's and Rexy. So they get back going. Tough start for those guys. This is a long race to have an issue turn 1. And now already 9 seconds back of the next car in front is Edwin to Andrew. Oh no! What happened here? 78 dives it in on the 60. Oh, and then the 58 just plows through. Aggressive driving. That's rough. So that's going to affect a couple more guys. Jonathan Hamrick's back to 10th. Kendall Paul's back to 9th. Travis lost some time there with that bump too. That gave him, put him back behind this. This is a pack right here, boys. This looks like Kyle's gotten through the majority of it. Ben Summerford is in the lead, folks. Ben is P1. Kyle second. Justin third. Joseph. Ah, it's doing it to me. We gotta wait for everybody to cross the line. Justin third. Joseph fourth. Travis fifth. See a battle here for third, fourth, and fifth. Alright, so pit road, we see Adam Lowe, Kendall Paul. Ben's giving up the lead to Kyle. Kyle has the lead on the third lap of the race, 3 minutes in. Kyle's gotten from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. Oh man, are we gonna see 3 wide here? Oh, no, the 2 blinks out, blinks back in. Oh no, right in front of Travis Roberto. He blinked though. Oh, what a tough situation. He blinked out. There was no way to tell that he was where he was. Oh man. Let's I'm gonna have to go back and we're gonna have to ride with Travis for this, just so we can see his position. This is a bummer. I want to see that for either driver. He blinks out, comes right back, and the bumpers just glue together at that point. All right. So, update for everybody. Kyle, Ben, Joseph, Travis, and Andrew, your top 5. Justin is most likely, is he getting towed, or he might just be on pit road. He might have been able to drive to pit road. Gets passed by Adam and Kendall, who have been on pit road. And they made a full stop. They may not have to stop again, so we'll have to see how that pans out. Kyle's coming around to complete lap 4. Porsche's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Ben is under attack from Joseph and Travis. Joseph gets underneath Ben here, takes second. Travis to the inside. Gets by Ben as well. Right now, biggest movers obviously going to be the guys that started in the back. Kyle up plus 14, Joseph and Travis up plus 11. Andrew is up to 5th, plus 7 for him. Ben's running P4. Really good start for him. And top 6 have, because of issues for, the other half of the field, the top 6 are kind of checked out on the rest of the field currently. Got about a 9-second gap between 6th and 7th. Not to say that can't be caught up, but it's difficult. So these guys stay clean and have no trouble. You could be seeing your top 6 here just trying to battle it out with themselves, just how early and how many people had trouble here to start. Looks like I got a report. Edwin maybe had another spin off. It's not working out for Edwin here. Turn 1. Gets loose, saves it. No harm, no foul, just loses time. He's lost 4 seconds behind Jonathan for 7th. Kyle has the lead, starting lap 7. Joseph has 2nd, but Travis Roberto wants it. Side by side going into 1. Oh, they touch. Great battle here for 2nd, and right behind them we've got another battle. 4th, 5th, and 6th, nose to tail. Andrew Groves on the outside of Ben Summerford. Uh-oh. We have trouble for Travis Roberto. Got to go back and watch this. I heard tires. The outside. What happened there? The car just lands off of the... Let's see if I can get a better camera shot just to get an idea of what happened here. See if the chopper cam will give us an idea. And the car just gets loose over the curbing. And it sends him towards the wall. Locks it down. Does tap the wall. Alright, so change up front as Travis has fallen back to 6th. You got Joseph Hambrick right behind him. Ben gave up positions to Andrew and Jed there as they got by him. So Ben is back to 5th. That's where he started. Break even for Ben currently. Still a great run. Top 5 so far. Andrew up to 3rd. Jed is in 4th. We still have 12 cars on track, it looks like. Justin's blinking still, so I think connection issues are plaguing him just a little bit, as he is 1 lap down to the leader. But that does leave us 12 cars on. Looks like Ben's coming to pit road. Travis is coming to pit road. We're at the 10-minute mark of the race, so I don't know, maybe Ben got enough damage somewhere. I'm not certain what happened there. Just wanting to get the pit stop out of the way, maybe? Let's see. Does the car get fixed? Yep. Okay, it did have left side damage. Looks like he went off track almost right before pit road, maybe? A few seconds beforehand. Take a look here real quick to see what we might have missed here. The car got loose. Oh, into the barrier. Okay. Makes sense. Pit now. Get it fixed. That was a tough hit. Alright, so Ben's back out on the track. Travis Roberto's back out on the track. Again, most likely good to go the rest of the way on this one stop, but they both have had issues now. They've lost time. But pit stop over with, stay clean. Not too far behind is the 13. So he's on the backstretch. Went to the bus stop and they just went through the bus stop. So 4.9 second lead for Kyle Heath over Joseph Klein. Joseph Klein's got company there behind him still. Andrew Groves in 3rd. Just a half second back. And then a little ways back, you've got Jed in 4th. He is battling with Jonathan Hambrick. Edwin James currently running 6th. Again, a couple contact issues for him so far this run. The way through the race. Mark Owlett currently 7th. Low currently 8th. He's got about a 3.5 second gap back to Kendall Paul in 9th. Again, these guys have made stops. Adam, Kendall, Ben, Justin. Travis is back on pit road. Not sure what happened. I don't have a report here. There's something marked for an off track, so let's see. Bus stop, catches air, lands it, pins it into the barrier. Tough race for the 028, as looks like he may have called it a race. Just got a report. Edwin had some issues here. Oh, same corner that got Ben gets Edwin. He's coming to pit road. Troubles for these guys tonight. A lot of troubles. Is right now we just check in. Our leader, the 13, the Eagle, Kyle Heath. Looks like a pass for second, battle for second. Trading it back and forth. Andrew gets it from Joseph. Clears Rexy. Rexy's got his mouth open though. He's hungry. They're not done. This battle they had in the sprint race has continued right into the feature, as now they're in podium spots. Last lap by, looks like Kyle was 4/10 faster than Andrew and about 9/10 faster than Joseph. So if these guys can maybe, I don't know if you want to say work together, but just not battle each other side by side, maybe they have the pace to catch Kyle, or to make up some of that gap on Kyle. It looks like they have through half of this corner coming through the carousel. But Andrew's kind of stretched a little bit on Joseph here. Joseph's flashing his lights. Lap times 109 for Kyle Heath, 108.3, 108.6 for Andrew and Joseph. Looks like we had maybe a report of more issues for Jed. Let's take a look. Turn 6. He's able to keep it up the wall. Good save, Jed. These guys are having trouble. Lots of troubles. That corner, turn 6 has gotten a few. Right now, closest battle on track is going to be Andrew and Joseph battling for second. All other battles on track are multiple seconds apart, so we're going to kind of follow these guys right now and see how they put this battle together as Joseph gets really close to Andrew. Right on the bumper. This 45 car looking back at Rexy. Rexy's hungry. Rexy wants a snack. Just don't eat the 45, just pass him, Rexy. Be nice. Downshift by the 45 there, you can hear the gearbox rev up through the carousel. Sparks flying off. Cloud cover is definitely a little bit heavier now. Take a look here, pull up the weather box. Track temp's 89 degrees. down the front stretch, down to turn 1. Let's see if Rexy closes in this time under braking. Actually gets it on corner exit. Momentum for the 14 is here. He comes. Showing off them gold teeth. Right to the camera. Heck of a run up the S's to the backstretch. He's going to hold off. Enter the bus stop. He's looking. Really close. Heck of a battle. So right now, just checking in on the standings. Looks like currently we've got 11 cars still in the race on the track. Looks like Travis has put it to pit road and called it a night, giving up more points for second place in the standings with 3 races left after this race. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow, tough gap to close up for this battle for first between him and Kyle. Looks like, ooh, Joseph a little wide. Saves it, keeps it going forward. We're about to hit the 20-minute mark. So 20 minutes down, 25 minutes to go as of now. Another close battle. Looks like maybe something happened here. That time changed really quick. Mark is falling back to 7th as Adam Lowe gets by him. Mark hasn't pitted yet. Adam pitted early. Incident damage. At least the top 5 on the track have not hit pit road yet. Mark is hitting pit road now. Check in back up with our battle for second as these guys are still staying super close. Jump on the front nose of Rexy. Not enough though. Like, you get to their bumper, that still is not far enough up position. You got to be more even to have even a chance to really make that pass. Good job holding back. Didn't really lose a lot of time letting off a little bit early, making sure him and the 45 got through their single file. That bus stop carousel area can be very tricky side by side. Taking a look at it, looks like Mark had a really long pit stop, 57-second stop for him. Back down to turn 1, looks like these guys are catching. I think that's the 32 of Ben Summerford. Currently running 8th for Ben. Oh man, they are so close. So close. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Yeah, backs it off. Says, no, didn't get enough. It's hard to get that position. Oh, great drive there. Oh! Andrew says, no, you don't get the inside on the carousel. That. No, you can't have that. And closes the door. Good racing by both these drivers. Heck of a battle. This is a show right here, folks. Another good turn 6. Gets to the inside. They're side by side. Into turn 7. Joseph gets loose. Falls back. Oh, loses that chance to stay inside of Andrew going down the front stretch. So he's back right behind him. Rexy is just nipping to the bit. We are at 23 minutes, 20 seconds complete. We have passed halfway. So these guys could be making pit stops here soon. The outside of the S is not really the spot to be. See if he can get the drive up off this right-hander right here. Great job. Andrew goes for the inside. Joseph wiggles. Stays behind. Jump in the car here. Watch the inputs from the 14 driver here. Joseph Klein putting on a heck of a show. Him and Andrew both. Heck of a battle here for second and third place. It's fun to watch. Oh. Wasn't ready for that. Ben stays wide, lets some guys by. Gets a thank you from Andrew over the radio. Joseph gets a good corner exit, but they're pretty even. Not gaining a lot. It's a short front stretch down to the braking zone. Hard into turn 1. Joseph pushes a little bit wider than Andrew. Stays even with him. Looks low going into 2. Up the S's they go, uphill. Here we go. I don't know how this is going to work. Jonathan Hambrick's on pit road, gives up 4th spot. Oh boy, this is going to be close as they get to Mark. Mark lets him by. He stays high on the carousel. What a battle these guys are having. It just won't stop. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Oh. 45 gets spun. Looks like he's going to put it, he might put it to pit road. Oh, man. I can tell you the chat's got to be going, that was a bummer. It looked like he was actually holding up, like he was maybe thinking about it, and just a slight bump from the 14. Tough break. Well, he needed a pit stop anyways. He got help into the pit road. Now we see how that works out for these guys, because he lost enough time being backwards after he hit the wall too. So pit stops are really going to play a factor between these two. I don't know if they'll be close enough on track to continue this battle at all, but that was a bummer to see. They were really racing. It was some really dang good racing. Just a slight bump set that 45 car. So the 14's coming to pit road this time. Looks like the 13 is on pit road as well. So that puts everybody down pit road at least once now. Leads it to 3rd place Adam Lowe, who's going through the bus stop currently and entering the carousel. Waiting to see how long it takes these guys on pit road. Kyle's the first one down, fresh tires and some fuel. The 14. Still in the air. Going, released. All right, so both of them took tires and fuel there. Joseph and Kyle almost identical pit stops. 21.83 for Kyle, 21.95 for Joseph. Adam actually gets to second with this move. He pitted on lap 3. If he got enough fuel, he's just got to run longer on older tires. But it is a possibility that he may not have to stop. I don't know. We'll have to watch the gaps here. Right now he's got about a 2-second gap over Joseph. Joseph's got cold, fresh tires. Check back in with the Eagle. He's about to complete lap 24. And we're at the 28.5 minute mark. So 16.5 minutes to go. But Adam is holding about that 2.2 second gap currently. Same thing for Kendall Paul, running P4. He had to pit on lap 3 as well. So run super long, might be able to make it. It all depends on how much fuel they were able to get in these cars. As you start the race on the fixed setup with less than a full tank of gas, it's just how it's set up from iRacing, and it helps us basically maintain that we have to have one pit stop. When you stop for fuel, even on lap 1 of the race, you get a lot of fuel. These tanks hold a lot more than what they start with, so some of these guys might be able to make something of, you know, a rough start to the beginning of this feature race, and we're going to see if that happens. Really, the two players in that is Adam and Kendall, 2nd and 4th currently. Again, both of them pitted on lap 3. It looks like Kyle Heath just ran the fastest lap of the race, a 107.946. It's up to a 16.5 second, or sorry, 11 second. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong timing and scoring. 16.5 seconds back to Kendall in 4th. Looks like Andrew took the brunt of that contact with him in the 14. A few laps ago, took him a minute to get spun around. Right now he's 5 seconds behind Kendall, another 3.5. Let's just call it 9 seconds back between Joseph and Andrew right now. 9.2 actually is the current timing and scoring. All that time lost with a little bump. Pit stop time, he had a 22.42 second stop, so it was just a half a second slower than Joseph's, but at that point he had most of that time was given up from him, the contact, the spin, getting the car straight to get back on the roads. Tough racing. Hate to see it. These guys are having fun, putting on a heck of a show, battling each other pretty much through the whole sprint race and most of the feature, and just a slight bit of contact. Some close racing. Send somebody round and round. But good rebound, getting the car turned around, keeping it out of major trouble, because Andrew's still running 5th. Currently, we've got 11 cars still on track. 3 cars are a lap down. 9th place, Jed Houterman. 10th place, Justin Osterman. And 11th place, Mark Aulette are a lap down. Top 8 are on the lead lap. That's held by Edwin James in 8th. Check in with him. He's kind of man on an island all by himself really right now. Next car behind him is Kyle Heath. Next car ahead of him is the 80 of Mark Aulette. Next car for position is going to be Ben Summerford, and that's about 10 seconds ahead of him. So he's running 8th. Ben is currently running 7th. Love the paint job on that car. That livery looks great. And And from 7th, we go up to 6th place. That's going to be the 60 of Jonathan Hambrick, that Ford Mustang. See issue for Andrew Groves there. Let's take this back here and see what happened. Coming down into turn 1. Car comes around. Up over the curb, back going again. So he loses a spot to Jonathan in that. That's going to put Andrew back to 6th. Andrew's just got to calm down, get that adrenaline, you know, get that heart's been racing. Just try to maintain here for the last 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes. You see a battle for 2nd heating up here. Adam Lowe has it. Joseph Klein is coming for it. Joseph's on fresher tires. He's only a few laps after a pit stop. He stopped on the 23rd lap of the race. We're on lap 29. Whereas Adam pitted on lap 3. And we're on lap 29. So tire difference is pretty big between these two. Joseph came off pit road about 2.2 seconds behind Adam. And right now it's down to under a half a second. Just a couple car lengths. Rex, he's ready to eat again. Jump in on the gyro cam here with the 14. Down into turn 1. Gained a bit there. Up the S's, I feel like he's going to have a run coming out of the S's here. He pushes out just a little wide there, gives up some spot. Oh, yeah, not a big enough of a run, I don't think. I think he's going to have to hold off here. I don't see that working out for him. Gotta wait for a better run. And he could get it out of the carousel here. It could happen out of turn 7. Another chance to get a run down to turn 1. We'll see. Comes out of the carousel here, which is turn 5. Left-hander turn 6 here. Stay even with him. Gets loose. Oh, the 58 pushes up on entry. 14 kind of follows though. Doesn't really gain a lot there. They're staying pretty even here. He looks to the inside, but too far back to make a move. Out of turn 1, they stay pretty even. Let's see if he gets a good run here up the S's. Definitely gaining. He stays behind him this time. Oh, pushes wide a little late. Out of the corner there. That's not going to get him the run he needs. 58's going to say, nope, I'm not giving it up. So much curb being used by these guys. All it takes is one bad bump on that curb to get that car uneasy. Oh man, I thought he was going for it. Yeah, he got the 58 to stay high. Crosses him on the high side, on the outside. Drag race down to turn 1. Does he try to cross him back over? He enters shallow, comes back out. Oh, he's right on the tail. It's on the nose. Ride with the chopper. So He had to back off on there. He had too much of a run going into the bus stop. He had to slow it down. Now he's trying to use the carousel, get close to the curbing. First one back on the throttle. They both kind of even right there. Stay pretty even. Going to turn 6. Backs it up. The 58 is doing a great job on these older tires of not giving a big enough of an opening, holding his line, running very good corner exits. Not allowing the 14 to have position on corner exit and get a run on him. 14 stays wide there, trying to get a good sweep coming up the S's. 58 is there. .58 shallow into the bus stop. 14 gets that run this time. He doesn't have to slam on the brakes. There was enough of a gap to get that run. Now he's going to try to work the carousel a little bit higher. See a run here. See if he can get it out of turn 7. Oh, the 58 gets uneasy on the curve there. But they both leave about the same pace. The 14 has a bit of a run. Does he stick the nose down? He does. Here they come down to turn 1, side by side. Oh, so close. Can't tell you if they touched or not. Got a report Andrew Groves just crashed. Towed straight to pits. Let's go and check that out while that battle's going on. Let's see what happened to the 45. Left-hander turn 6. It's gotten so many this race. Tonight that wall has been hit so hard so many times. Alright. Back to the battle. Uh-oh. What happened here? Edwin James just crashed. In the same corner, get him? It did. Man. This corner is being relentless. That puts Andrew still getting towed, I think. He's not back on track. Alright, we're under 5 minutes to go, folks. Everybody has had a bout with that wall outside of turn 6 there. It's been a rough night for that corner. Has gotten jumped out and bit a bunch of people here. So another thing to note of, well, these guys are battling. Don't look now, but Kendall Paul's 3.3 seconds back. He's in the picture. Some of these camera angles, you can see him. Again, we've only got 4 minutes left currently. This has been a heck of a battle for second and third. Adam Lowe doing a great job of holding on to that position, making Joseph Klein really work hard with Rexy. As we see Joseph get tight there. Woo, he got close to the wall. But they keep battling each other. Here we go, down into turn 1. Does the 14 have it this time? A little bit of contact there, I saw that. Oh, no, 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 no! The 58 gets loose on the rumble strips. The paint puts it into the wall. Why does every good battle come with incident? I mean, these guys are racing hard. It's a product of it. But man. So that spin puts Adam from second back to fourth. We move Joseph up to P2. Kendall Paul is up to third. Kyle Heath is 18.4 seconds out. No trouble for him tonight. Another clean error-free, mistake-free race. We're at 2 minutes 40 seconds left. Now we're just waiting to see, does anything else crazy happen here? I don't see any timing and scoring for Edwin or Andrew. Looks like they have both stayed on pit road and are marked out. Looks like Edwin is maybe called it a night after that. I don't see him in Chad anymore. Less than 2 minutes left, so as he crosses the stripe now, this is probably 2 to go. Yeah, he'll make it back around to probably get the 1 to go next time by. No other battles on track. We've got 6 cars on the lead lap right now. Kyle is leading, Joseph in second, Kendall in third, Adam in fourth, Jonathan fifth, Ben in sixth. In seventh is Jed. 8th is Justin, and 9th is Mark. That's who we've got on track currently. We've had a lot of attrition tonight, as we've got 4 cars completely out of the race. Looks like Justin Osterman just came to pit road. I think he pitted really early as well in this race, so maybe couldn't make it the rest of the way or wanted to come down pit road here before the end. Only got 40 seconds left, so this should be white flag for Kyle Heath, I believe. Yep, I saw it there for a second. There it is. White flag is out. Remember, after the race, we do get to talk to our top 3. As Kendall just had an off track and has let Adam Lowe get right up to him here. We're going to have a battle for this podium spot as Adam gets it back. Coming to get the white flag, and Kendall got an off track there. I don't know if he got any damage from it. The front end looks a little messed up, but that could be from an earlier incident. And now they have a half a lap to battle for 3rd spot. Kyle Heath comes out of the last corner. Checkered flag in the air. Kyle Heath is your winner tonight at Watkins Glen in the GT3 series. Full sweep for him again. Pole, sprint win, feature win, 2nd place for the 14, Joseph Klein. Great run for Rexy tonight. And then a battle for that final podium spot. Looks like Adam Lowe got it back on Kendall, coming to the white flag. And he's going to get 3rd place tonight. Podium for Adam Lowe, Kendall Paul 4th. Jonathan comes home 5th. He was closing in on that battle between those two. Great top 5 for him. Ben Summerford is going to come home 6th. Justin Osterman is going to come home 8th. Jed Cotterman 7th. Mark Ellett 9th. Great run by these guys. Made it to the end. Boom. Nice try, Eagle. There, he gets the tire spinning a little bit, and then traction control takes over and says, oh, there he goes. Now he's got it. Little donut. Start finish line. Nice job by the Eagle. All right. Give me just a moment while we get things caught back up here so we can do some interviews. All right. Let's see. Third place is in the booth. He is Adam Lowe. Let's get him in here. Adam, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Hi, Jason. Yeah.
Hey, man. Heck of a battle tonight. You were putting it together there against the 14, and what happened? What happened to you there in them closing
Um,
stages?
I mean, I just felt like I was playing catch up from basically the sprint race even. I made a mistake, got a little too much in the bus stop and wrecked. I caught collected a few. I apologize to I think it was Kendall and Andrew. I apologize to them for that. And then on lap two during the race, got caught up in a wreck, tore the left front off, had a pit. Thankfully, I was able to put enough gas in it. I was able to go the distance from there, and just hoping I could stay close enough when pit stops cycled through. I'd be up front like I was, hoping to be a little bit close to the leader. But um, for as old lap tires I had, I was really happy to be where I was. And me and Joseph had a hell of a battle, and we made a little bit of contact there. But we were both battling hard for second place. No hard feelings. And then I thought I gave the podium away, and then Kendall made a little mistake there and coming to the white flag and gave me the third position back.
Right? A gift from the gods. It was like, hey, you know what, you guys, and Kendall was on the same strategy as you were. You both pit on lap 3 because of early, issues, and for both of you to go that long on those tires, and and everything, you guys were really running some really good laps. I mean, Joseph caught you from a couple seconds back with fresher tires, but he couldn't get past you. That was the fun battle to watch. Was he was trying everything to get past you, and mind you, I would say this, he was trying to do it as cleanly as possible. And again, I don't feel like anything, it was just hard racing, but it was fun to watch. These battles on track, when you get two drivers, different strategies, but yet, the guy on the older tires is still putting forth a heck of a battle, and it's a challenge to try to make that pass. And he was, I mean, that was multiple laps that we were on you guys, because you guys were the show on the second half of this race. It was really fun to watch. And then you have a little bit of bad luck there with the slight contact. It looks like maybe the painting on the curbing maybe kind of snapped you too. Good save on getting back going and being close enough to make that strike there. When Kendall had his little slip up, you were there to kind of grab that podium back and get P3 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that whole battle, that whole, like, I knew I couldn't let him get to my inside in the bus stop. I felt like that was the one spot I had to defend super hard. With the gap we had back to Kendall, I felt if Joseph got to my inside like he did there, I mean, he was up alongside of me. I wasn't going to race him off the turn. I was going to slip in line behind him. I just got, we made a little bit of contact. That's not really what made me spin. I feel like it was more when I got back in the throttle. Like I said, I think it's just the way I was positioned on the curb and the paint and all that, and she snapped on me. But that was a lot of fun battling with Joseph there.
That was really fun to watch. Those are the battles that, as a race car driver myself and really loving to do this stuff, that's the stuff I love to watch and I love to be a part of. And it was fun to watch you guys do that for so long. That was a heck of a battle. That was constant. That was a game of chess. You guys were playing really well, and your entries into the corners to defend were played really well. And his different styles of trying to get position on you, get the run at the right time. Every time he was trying something a little bit different, and it was fun to watch that. It was entertaining, and it was great to watch. For you tonight, a P3. You have a couple guys. I mean, obviously you and Joseph battling for third and fourth in the points. Travis had a rough night. Is going to drop some points back. I don't have him updated just yet, but Kyle, another kind of a butt whooping to the field. Kind of extends the points lead a little bit more, but I think between you and Joseph both probably gain a little bit on Travis tonight. Um, so good run. And then next week we go to. I'm having a brain fart. I know it. I know it so bad. We go to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park.
I'm real excited to go there. I ran with you guys there last year, had a hell of a run. Really figured it out, I feel like. So if I can recoup that same speed that I had there, I'm hoping to be back on the podium next week there.
I
It's a really
remember
fun
that you
racetrack.
were super fast there. You
It,
were
yeah,
super fast there.
that was my first race, I believe, and I botched my fuel strategy, not knowing how that worked in these cars just yet. And I think I was battling Kyle that day,
Yep.
and we battled right basically until I had to pit for more fuel. But that place is really fun. That's probably one of my favorite tracks after running that race.
Heck yeah. Well, again, you bring that heat like you've been bringing. You're definitely destined to have some really good finishes. And again, we've got 3 weeks left in this series, so we go to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park and then VIR, and then we wrap the season up at Road Atlanta. So still plenty of opportunities with the sprint races and the features to gain some more points and have some good finishes. With that P3, I'd like to give you a chance, give you the floor. Anybody want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm able to be missing that last race of the season. I'll be driving out to the Circuit of the Americas for the Xfinity race there. So I got 2 races left. I'm just trying to pad that lead a little bit to maintain fourth in points. But I'd like to thank my sponsors, Colombo Property, and like to thank God for keeping me focused today and keeping my head in the game, and my wife for allowing me to get on here. I'd like to thank you, Jason, for broadcasting this for us, and for Skier Racing for hosting it.
Well, we appreciate it and thank you again. Congratulations on P3. We'll see you next week at Mosport Park, okay?
All right, we'll see you there.
All right, have a good night. That was Adam Lowe, P3 tonight. We're going to go to our P2, Joseph Klein. Let's get him in here. Joseph, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do, Jason. How's it going?
It's going, man. Tell us about your night. Heck of a run. You had a really, what I would say, fun to watch, probably fun to race in battle there with Adam for the longest time here in the feature race. Tell us about your night. How'd that go for you?
Hot and sweaty. That's how it went. No, I had a blast with Andrew, uh Adam, and Travis there at the beginning. I'm looking at replays right now. I want to look at all those before I said anything, but
Right, I got
looked
you.
like the deal with Travis, he came in there like on my bumper, and I think the car unloads so much through the bus stop that he just had a bad bounce, and I think he was trying to save from plowing through me
Right.
for both of us, and yeah, it just locked up, spun around, and
Yeah.
then deal with Andrew. Uh, he just, I mean, he said he didn't call out that he's going to pit road. I didn't mean to get into his quarter there,
That's what I was
but
thinking.
luckily,
I was wondering, did he try to go down pit road? Is that what he was doing?
yeah, I wasn't paying attention to fuel at all at that given moment, and I think we had just passed Ben, so I was like, like almost mid heart attack, um, trying to get past Andrew there, and yeah, I mean, he didn't say anything. He was like right in the middle. Luckily, it was a good spot. I mean, I put him on pit road.
Yeah, put him on pit road. He was just backwards. He lost about 9 seconds in that thing, and I mean that
I
it
hate
was
that.
nothing. It was nothing like raw. It was just when I was watching, I was like, I was on your bumper when it happened, I think, and just from that shot, it looked like he slowed up in the center of the corner, and it was just it looked to me like maybe he was trying to go down pit road, but he didn't. It didn't look that way when entering that corner, so I didn't know how to call that. I was like, it
Yeah,
just looked
exactly.
like he slowed up in the center, so I didn't know how to call that one at all. Um, and even there at the end, I mean, you and Adam had a great battle, and I mean, even a little bump out of exit turn one was side by side. You guys had separated, and it looked like Adam was on the paint, got on the throttle, and the car just said not today, and it just broke loose on him.
Yeah, there. I looked at that one too. There's a little bit of net code. There's probably a foot and a half between us and the
Okay.
invisible wall.
Yep.
And that's why I don't like the Ferrari because that turbo spins up and it's like there immediately. And if you're on paint, it just spins around.
Yeah. Well, that was a heck of a run. You finished P2 tonight. You get to gain some on Travis because of his unfortunate feature here tonight. He falls back a little bit on points. Kyle gets another win, another sweep for him. So that gets a little bit further away with 3 races to go. What are you thinking? What's your goal with 3 races left in the season?
Same thing I've been doing, just be consistent. Uh, Try and not run people over, even though I don't think I did. It kind of feels like I did, but
Yeah, I
that's
get
why I
you.
look back at stuff. Um, where are we going next?
Next week is Canadian Tire Motorsport Park.
Hmm, not too many laps ran there, but I do enjoy that track, so looking forward to that one.
Awesome, man. Well, um,
Watkins Glen is one of my favorites here, so I'll run it anytime I can.
right, Watkins Glen is one of the best. I really love this track, so it was fun to watch you guys run on it. And again, the battles just on track were amazing. That was some really good racing, really good sportsmanship. Yeah, we have net code, we got bumps, we got things like that. It's hard to avoid all of it. Um,
Hmm.
but at the end of the day, you guys weren't just plowing through each other. You guys really were racing bumper to bumper, side by side at times for multiple laps, which is difficult to do in iRacing because of netcode and the bubble and all of that stuff. So it was really fun to watch. Heck of a run for you. Congrats again on P2. Um, I'm going to give you the
Thank you,
floor here
sir.
for a second. Anybody want to give a thanks to or a shout out to?
Mm. Same as always. Shout out to you guys in the booth putting on the broadcast, everyone here in First Gear. Pretty much it. Um, yeah, that's all I got.
Well, all right,
Super
man.
tired,
yeah, you
super tired,
got a
and my
workout
sleep
tonight.
schedule's all kind of messed up. So yeah, I woke up fretting at 7:28, and I was like, the race. And I took like a 5 hour nap, and no, it didn't start till 8, so or
well, great
8:30.
job bringing Rexy P2. It was fun to see it on the track. Great battles. Great result all around. And we'll see you on track next weekend. Okay, buddy?
Sounds good.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. All right. That was Joseph Klein. P2 tonight. Now it's time to bring up the Eagle. Eagle, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Uh-uh.
He says. Another week, another sweep. Um, Great freaking job, man. Got that car hooked up. You
Ah,
you made it through the field really
ah,
fast to start the feature, but that's because other drivers had issues. But you had to get through that. And
yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting everybody to stay clean, kind of, methodically kind of work my way up through there. And then next thing I know, there's a wreck in front of me that happened, and another one wreck in front of me happened. Next thing I know, I'm in first. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
I know nobody had it on their bingo card that you were going to be passing Ben for the lead on lap 3. That wasn't on the bingo card for anybody. That was just a crazy start. You gained so many spots so quick because of other people's misfortune. The next
Misfortune,
thing I
yeah.
knew was I was like, oh look, he's behind Ben, and then I'm like, hang on a second, and I look at the stands like Ben's in the lead. Let's go. All right, and here, and then next thing you
Ben
know,
came
oh,
across the
here
Ben
goes.
came across the line, and he says, "Well, I got to leave one lap."
And next thing I know, we went around. I think it was a half a lap later, and it was like, oh, there's Kyle getting by Ben, and then next thing I know, I looked. It was just the beginning of lap 3. I was like, well, it's lap 3 of the race, and Kyle's made it to the lead. So great run for you. Other drivers had a lot of misfortune tonight. Turn 6 played havoc on people. Even turn 1, it seemed like getting on power. And it was happening to, I mean, not just only, there was a lot of Porsches in the field, but a lot of Porsches had problems in turns 1 and turn 6. And it looked like it was mainly when getting either over driving and maybe a little bit of brake lock up, and then a couple of them were like, under power, trying to get corner exit, and the car would just spin. Do you ever feel
Yeah.
anything like the car was out of, on the edge like that?
No, the only time my car felt like on the edge was the last two corners. I don't know, was that NASCAR 11 or NASCAR 10? That left-hander before the start finish line, then you go back to right.
Yep, 6 and
That
7.
that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that left-hander, yeah, that sucker is. I I can't explain it for me because it's like I'm either driving it in, it's a little tight, and then whenever I'm coming off, it starts to break loose on me.
Yep, yeah.
So
That
I mean,
corner.
I couldn't get through that corner, good to save my life, but every other corner I'm okay. Turns one, I really slow it down. That way, I get a good drive off going up through the S's because that's where you make most of your speed.
Right, right.
You
Yep.
don't want to drive it in too deep. You want to drive it in hard off.
Yeah, we want to be able to have that straighter exit, have carry that momentum all the way up the S's down the backstretch because you're full throttle pretty much all the way until
Yeah,
the bus stop. Well, heck of a run again, man. Congrats on another sweep of the race weekend. We go to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park next week, where
yeah,
last season I'm pretty certain you were pretty fast. I was talking to Adam, and Adam said that was one of his first races with us last season. He says he remembers being pretty fast at that track and battling with you for a bit, but he didn't have fuel mileage figured out yet, and he had to pit again. So he's hoping
yeah,
for
yeah,
maybe a little bit better result this season.
yeah. Me and him talked in the waiting room a while ago, and we talked about that track. I'm like, yeah, I don't really remember that track. Once I get on it, I will. But
Yeah,
I told him I think I've been on it not even a handful of times. So it's going to be another learning experience. I think I kind of know what it looks like, but then again, I'm not gonna say I do.
right. I
But
gotcha. Yeah. But now, with that run again tonight, you stretch the points lead out a little bit more. You came into this race with I think it was a 69 point lead. And Travis had some issues here in this feature, so he's going to lose some points. The other drivers, all finished behind you, but they have good finishes, third and fourth. Both Adam and Joseph both had good runs. So 3 races to go. Not to say anything's locked up, but definitely, stretching that points lead out a little bit. Um,
just gotta stay consistent.
yeah, absolutely. Just got to stay consistent, stay out of trouble. That's the biggest things. And so far, you've been been really good at that this season. You've had a couple of run-ins, but nothing where again, consistency is where it's at, like you said, and staying consistent with it and putting in some really great laps, lap after lap after lap. Um, that's why these leads get to where they're at, because you're not overdriving the car, and not overdriving entry is a big part of it at a lot of these tracks with these cars, because you can get that corner exit. It's super beneficial.
Yeah,
um,
I've had one bad race this season. I forgot what track that was.
I
It
think it
was
was
one of them.
Oshersleben. I'm pretty certain
It
it
was
was
so- it
Oshersleben.
was something like that. I guess
Yeah.
it was kind of fuel to the fire for me. Had a bad day that day. Expected to come in here and just blow off some steam, have fun, and crap hit the fan. I was like, you know what, I'm done. That was my only bad race, but
Right.
consistency plays off. I mean, look at our Saturday night. I missed one race and I stayed consistent all year. And look, I'm chasing behind you.
Yep, yep, absolutely, absolutely. You're up to P2 in points in the Saturday night series already. One race missed. That was like what, week 3, week 4, and now we're 8 weeks in, and you're P2 again, right back there. So, um, before I let you go, floor is yours. Anybody want to give a shout out to? Thank to?
Heck yeah, man! Shout out to the whole league here. I mean, I'm having a blast. You know, become great friends with a bunch of y'all. I enjoy our weekends. After racing, we kind of jump on some color poopy, have a little bit of fun, and give a big shout out to Josh. He painted this car with Pit Boss. I really enjoyed racing this Porsche. It's a pretty car.
Yeah, it is. It is a good looking car. Josh did a great job on that. Every paint he makes just seems to really have its own flair, its own personality. He when he gets going on them, he gets knocking them out. I mean, he's put together. I think we're up to like 50 cars alone for me, 50 different paints. It's getting out of hand, but I love him and appreciate him for it. He's great at doing it, and he really puts the time into it to make it look right. He's very particular about that, and
Yeah, I
he
can't
made
wait
that
to
car.
show off my next gen car that he made for me just out of the blue.
I know, right? That's coming around the corner, not too much longer from here. And then also, what about Friday night? Are you excited? We got the duels this Friday night.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that because I just got my nephew's scheduled for work and he gets off at
Oh,
8:30, so I don't know if I have to pick him up or not.
oh
I mean,
no.
yeah,
Well, you just
I'm
got to
on.
qualify. You got to qualify in even numbers, so you make duel number two, okay?
Yeah, right. I'll try, but I'm gonna tell my wife, the following Friday, I'm not gonna do anything, but I got a race. I'm already locked in. That's a
Yeah,
good
you're
thing
locked
though.
in. Yeah, that's true. It's safe either way. And so at least you got that knowing. We've got a few drivers. I think what now we're up to 7 drivers registered for open spots. So that's right now
That's
basically
gonna be exciting. That's gonna be
four
exciting.
four getting to race their way in, and 3 right now would have to go home. So
Yeah, if I'm not there for the heats, I'm definitely gonna be in the parking lot waiting for my nephew to get off, sitting there watching it because I know that's gonna be awesome to sit there and watch who's in and who's out.
yep, it is going to be a blast. I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I'm excited to broadcast a big event like that. I wish I could be running it, but I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it calling it cuz
I
this
know,
stuff has
man.
got me so excited, and I'm so ready to be able to break that down and be able to watch that how that works out, cuz that's going to be nerve-wracking. So
Yes,
um, having the knowing that somebody's not going to make it is just that extra edge that we don't usually have in our series, right? In any of our events. So this is something new, and appreciate all 43 people that have signed up for it so far. Like that's huge. So
yes, it
really
is.
really excited to get this Daytona 500 started off next weekend, next Friday night, February
And
7th. But
And the crazy thing is that those same guys want to join our Saturday night series. So that means, it's also going to be based on qualifying because you're going to have to qualify your way in if people keep showing up.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You're gonna have to make it in on qualifying. That's absolutely true to make these fields. So it's exciting. I mean, we start getting to that on a weekly basis. I'm gonna have nerves on track trying to make my own lap, and but I'm excited for it. I can't wait. That's the next time we'll be on air. We're off tomorrow night. No racing tomorrow night, but then Friday night we're gonna be live 8 Eastern. We'll have a practice session to let everybody get joined up, and then 8:30 qualifying happens, and then 8:40 ish we'll have the first of 2 duels, and there'll be 50 laps, and we'll set the field for this 500. So it's going to be an
Heck
exciting
yeah.
night Friday night. So I'm ready for it. Um,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and call tonight. Kyle, I'm going to go ahead and get you back to the voice chat. I'm going to close this out and say goodbye to everybody. We'll see you Friday night, okay, buddy?
Yep. All right.
All right, man. All right, that's Kyle Heath, our winner tonight. Again, everybody, just so you're aware, just like what we were talking about, Friday night qualifying dual races for the Daytona 500. It's just a separate event. We're going to run a full Daytona 500 on Friday, February 7th. This Friday, we do have qualifying in the duels that will be live on First Gear Network. I'll be in the booth. We'll be watching at least 43 drivers so far. We have room up to 50 to sign up, so we could have more drivers signed up by Friday night and attempting for 4 more spots, basically. We got 36 locked in. We've got 4 open spots for the remaining, right now, 7, or as many as 14 drivers can battle for through the duels. Then Saturday night we'll be in the Gen 6 Cup Series at Kansas. So busy weekend ahead. Want to thank you all for participating, watching along. It was a great race tonight. Congrats to our top three. Winner Kyle Heath, Joseph Klein, great second place in the feature. Adam Lowe, great job getting a third tonight. And thanks to everybody who came out and raced tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. And we will see you guys Friday night live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Y'all have a great night. Thanks again.